Welcome back to Assertiveness. We are talking a little bit about abortion and trying to get an understanding of what is the psyche of a person who goes through an abortion from people who obviously have never had abortions. You know, it's very difficult to understand, that kind of a situation. And when you are faced with that situation, what are your choices? And we talked a little bit about your last words before the ad were, make a choice for yourself. Yeah. As a person, make the decision, because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Society will always find a reason to make you into this evil person. Oh my gosh, she didn't want to have a baby. Why did she have sex? Did she not know that sex leads to a baby? Man, we all know sex can lead to a baby. No one is stupid enough. If you're engaging in sex, you know that there might be a chance of you falling pregnant. No one is, you know me, we're not stupid. I mean, come on, really.
We're not.
But, and that for me is what I want to move to, the fact that even if you do know, you also do know at the back of your head that there is a choice. If you choose to have the baby, you choose to have your baby. If you choose to have an abortion, you choose to have an abortion. But coming from Spiwa, you being a man, and I mean, we know women, yeah. I want to understand your girlfriend says she's pregnant. What type of emotional support do men or should men give to their girlfriends, partners, when they say, I am pregnant, but I don't want this baby? Do you put aside your beliefs?
Yeah, because like I said, I think please don't take me out of context. Because this is
I take you exactly as you say. I take you out of context.
Please, because it's a kuluma, then uti. But like I said before, I'm like on the fence. But if that's the, because this thing is two-way street, right? I have to hear from her side, Guti, what decision does she want to move forward. So I think the support from my side as a man is just to be there, and because in Jangushila I know the procedure is long, and emotionally, psychologically, obviously, everything support in certain ways. But I think as a man, you just be there, just for shoulder to cry on kind of thing, a kulume, whatever, and in terms of that thing. But it's not always not an easy.
I think that's the other problem, is that we assume that it's not an easy procedure. And for some people, it really is not, it's not that hard. Some people just walk in, have an abortion and walk out and live their life, you know what I mean? And maybe that's the problem. We're babying this whole abortion thing, and we're putting it in it's like an egg that we're carrying around, and we're so afraid we're going to drop it and it's going to crack and break. Yeah. But really, some people, it's really an abortion is like, oh, okay, well, look, there's a baby that's now in my uterus. I don't want this baby. Oh, well, it must, I'm going to get rid of it. You know what I mean? So maybe that's the issue. But what I want to know is, if you do you believe that the choice is the woman's choice by herself?
I know it's always a tough one, yeah. Well, I'm not sure what she's.
Because you said it's a two-way street, Samuel. Yeah. I was listening to you say it's a two-way street, and seeing as you said I take you out of context, I allowed you to finish.
No, fine. Kind of situations where I think as guys, okay, I think well, sometimes me I'd like to be involved. You understand? In terms of, do I want to keep it or not? Depending where I am, because since like some good see your age and where you are, quite a lot of I would like to have, and the very where I am, in terms of the relation where it's going, I feel a situation there. What if at the time I want to have a baby, and when I'll be ready? That's what I mean. But then if she, I think in Katina's name, but it's because it's her body. And yeah, she has to win the final say of what happens. So Laponji as a man, just when you keep in that equation. So I think from my side, it's always I like to be invested in every situation in terms of the relationship. But mangabe she feels because I've had that situation before. So it depends on the person and the kind of relationship you share. Is it that important enough to the man should be involved in that kind of position? But mangabe, it's another situation I couldn't dictate.
But do you agree that it is her choice and it's her final decision?
Well, yeah, we live in a democracy.
You're allowed to voice your opinion, but at the end of the day, it's her choice.
Yeah, but imagine.
Imagine what? It's her body, it's her choice.
But what if you're in a position where I wanted to keep the baby?
Yeah, but you don't have to carry the baby for 9 months. And we know. Let's not pretend. It's your seed, great stuff. But whose seed where did you put your seed? Why did you not? Why did you? Why are you planting a seed into a body that you're not even sure whether she wants to have a baby or not in the first place? And that's my biggest problem. I always feel like men don't take the responsibility to have the conversation with their partners before these kind of situations pop up. And when they pop up, then you want to make somebody feel like they're this devil because they want to have an abortion. And you want to have a baby. You are ready to have a baby. Great that you are ready to have a baby. Angifuni mntana mina. Ngiyakuthanda. And I want to have your children in the near future. But right now, I don't want to have your child. And as the law says, it is my decision. And surely you cannot stop loving me after I have an abortion, right? Because Nina Ninja. That's unfortunate. A medical procedure, any medical procedure can go wrong.
But that's what I mean about these things.
But any medical procedure can go wrong. You tomorrow, you could go to the doctor for flu. Doctor, I will pay something else that's maybe not for flu or does not go with your body.
And these people get mentioned also my girlfriend is pregnant.
Yeah.
I think what do you wanna do? Yes, it's my body, but from my experience, not personally, but like around my friends, first person they turn out to is their partners. So when you you know, as much as my opinion most of the times isuke incike ekutheni wena uthini uma wena uthi I mean angikho ready uyazi ngisafuna umsebenzi kanjani, that will trigger and it will have an effect on my decision that I'm going to make. That's why uthola manje uthola ama teenagers okanye the youth umuntu uyasebenza uthola leyo mali that is below 5,000 but unengane ngoba they like no ukhona uThemba wami naye uThemba savumelana ukuthi sizoyigcina ingane uthola ukuthi ubazi ukuthi no angikho la engikwazi ukuyi-afford khona, but for the fact ukuthi I have your word ukuthi you know what, we could do this baby, like we can do this, you know, and then umuntu ayigcina. This thing allow abortion is because you're all alone, you're all by yourself in most of the times, and it also depends on your goals and your, you know, you're like no, I want to be a model, you know, and I was
travel,
you know,
and people, then the funny thing is people ask you, so you can't travel with a child, and I'm just like, no,
you can't.
I can't.
You cannot.
Imagine, guys, I walked into 4Ways Life, and these women that have children are carrying a handbag one side. Ngala ubambe ibheke mntwana, ngala upushi prem. You are in guys. I can't until I've got a nanny and I can afford a nanny. Yeah. I'm not trying to have a child. Yeah. It's really that simple.
We are not saying having a baby is wrong.
Of course not.
But
it's a choice.
It's a choice. And uma when ubona ukuthi uzokwazi ukuthi ube yami mami usleye, do it girl, do it for you. And uma ubona ukuthi no awukwazi ukutravela nengane, you can still reach your goals ngendlela nangesikhathi wena osifuna ngazo, then don't do it.
I always say, we know when we grow up, we always talk about, oh, mntana ngizomenzela 1 2 3 4, mntana ngizomenzela 1 2 3 4. And then all of a sudden you fall pregnant at the time when maybe it was not planned. And you realize that now you can't do all those things for mtanako. And I've always wondered, is it a fair thing to bring in a child that you are going to give an average life to? Because you were so against a choice that you could have taken at that point that could have potentially changed your life.
It's not fair.
Well, it's not. Yeah, I feel like it's a trap. No, it's not.
It's not a trap. Why do you feel? Men always feel like they're being trapped. No, what's going on?
No, just like it's not fair. It's not fair. But you're not very and from that last we are called, you know, from I think naming now.
I was saktandi la ubuya khona.
I'm just saying that it shows about my experiences. I'm sure more people to care myself, avoid this, avoid that. So yeah, I should not allow no that's not the way. I would like to you understand? Really, yes, it wouldn't be fair then to give a child an average life based on or when the so that's I think Nami I can lean on. That's why but again, you can actually say when is the right time, because I want to put especially when you are career-driven woman. I'm a man, so you understand what to set some goals to achieve and stuff like that. But sometimes then you find out when is the right time, because I might say you feel so busy. I understand you can't be really the kind of woman that can actually entertain the family life. But I think in that situation, not good thinking anyway. That's why I was driving back to my point where Abantu, where they find themselves pregnant because of former decisions didn't serve you well. Then also you leaning on your pushing and stuff like that. Hence why I was less sympathetic. Umuntu was distressed, couldn't talk to people. I could tell you where I come from, high school, and there's so much support in terms of women, in terms of them coming out and about relevant and helping up in situations like these days. We live in a situation where I know
that is some fake support structures. I hate them. I hate the women's structures, girl power. Oh, let's all hang around and speak about our problems, because they're fake. It's what Nozipa said. When I fall pregnant, the first support I want is from the person I made a child with. I'm not trying to have my friends come and tell me what to do. My friends tell me about, oh my gosh, girl, it's gonna be all right. Girl, you gonna make it, because it's fake support.
And the problem with those and the mutu in a masculine situation, Utolugu would do the other thing.
Exactly.
Lay and nothing I tell you.
Exactly.
So they're very fake.
I want to ask you something, Spiwe, and I know I'm now trading on very dangerous ground. Where we come from, this beautiful place that you talk about, and our families, especially black families, do you not find that often or not? And you talked about it, lack of education or lack of information, maybe not education, information and knowing. Do you not find that there's a lot of things that we do as black people that are really, we just don't do them because we're black, not because they make sense?
You'd have to...
I can give you an example.
Yes.
I'll give you an example with circumcision.
Okay.
Now we know that medical circumcision is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's the safest way to do it. It's the right thing to do. But culturally, you're not a man if you don't get circumcised in the bushes and whatever. Put yourself through danger. I mean, how many initiates do we have dying every single year? It's not, that number has not changed. That statistic is growing every single year. But I must see you. School and jalo. That's what we know, right? Yes. Homosexuality. All of a sudden, homosexuality is not a thing in the black community, right? Because we don't understand it. It's not a thing. A man is supposed to sleep with a woman, right? Are these things not oppressive to us as people who are living today? Are they not oppressive? I just feel like we come up with these, we make excuses with last we are corner. But we don't stop and think, is this thing logical or not?
Okay, true. That's why I said I think he is keep out of those shells of always you're reverting back. Man, this is just the culture. I think based on the me, I think from where I'm sitting in terms of circumcision and other things that you have listed, I think there's that part of our cultures where it's a shield, yes. But I think the only problem is unfortunately our cultures have failed to evolve and then to the status quo. I think it's status quo, but how we live today, and we still cling on to that culture. But I think cool is there is practices which still serve as a guideline, whether I'm Christian or not. And all those things, they still ground us. Ubuntu and stuff like that. So moving on to So moving on to this, so you'll find they just I asked niggas but in circumcision, yes, we do use it as an excuse. It's just a culture. But sometimes now personally, I didn't even do mine. I have to do it culturally.
So from Ekaya, you're not a man.
I am, because On advice. On advice I am. So mina sengiyasho ukuthi no siyadlala.
I definitely think you're a man.
Okay.
I don't think it's tied to how you get circumcised, because really the normal way is to just go to the doctor and get it done.
So yeah, I think from my side, quite some certain communities who allow culture even in its own box. Learning khona ukuthi iseve khona and other things that bakhona ukuzi-add then kube indlela yokuqhubeka phambili, but there's still a lot to actually njengoba ukhuluma ngazo ukuthi nathi sifunde ngangcono. But I was just trying to say in terms of abortion, the only thing I said ukuthi it's a sensitive topic from where I'm sitting as a man. Angazi as a woman vele ngoba nje nami I'm being educated today. So ngasho ukuthi from where I'm sitting from where I come from, it's not really an easy topic as every now and then. But I was just trying to say from my side, yeah, that's how I see it.
Well, look, you said something very, very profound. You said education. Let's educate people about family planning. Let people understand what sex means, because some people think that you're not going to get a baby out of sex, but you will, and I think that's very important. But I think also with the cultural thing, and it's a big fight that I have, especially with very cultural people, because I say to them, we need to adapt, guys. We need to adapt. We live in an information world. Our children, young kids that are growing up need to be told that abortion is an option. Because it really is an option. You know what I mean? We can't move away from that. Yeah. Can't force a child at 13 to have a child. It doesn't, that's ridiculous, man. They're barely grown themselves, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, we've come to the end of the show. I just want to get some closing statements from you guys, just to wrap it up. What's your advice to young women as a young woman yourself? Yeah.
My advice to young women is, do you, hey? As I said before, if you think this is the right decision for you to do it. Because at the end of the day, they're going to judge you whether you do it or not. It all comes back to you. Do what is best for you. Awesome. In everything, actually. Not even based on abortion and everything. In everything. Yeah.
Awesome. Spiwe, any last to the young boys?
Oh, to the young boys.
Yes.
Okay, but wait, let's stick to I think and I think as young men, as young boys, we still have a responsibility in the community. Let's start from where let's finish from our families, and I think that's where we can start having a bit more of mature men going into our communities. So and doing the simplest things moving forward. Yeah, it's a new age, but I think about how we live. It's still a practice today, respect, actually respecting the next person and a woman. So now I think that's the advice I can give. And yeah, the CBA is and this kind, going to find something or passionate and focus on that, be committed to whatever you are doing. And as an I think they just fall into order in terms of relationships and other stuff.
Awesome. Awesome. Let me open a quick can of worms before we wrap it up. It's funny how men say women are now using abortion as a contraceptive. But when they have sex with you and they want to take the condom off, they'll tell you something like, "Uzopuza morning after pill nje." Remember, if you are not assertive, you really can't sit with us.